Good morning, friends. Today we are going to continue with the lesson statistics. Today we are going to see graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. Now we have done up to median. I hope you remember the formula of median. Median is somewhere lying in the middle, yes? Now we have also done what is cumulative frequency, adding the subsequent frequencies. From that now we'll graphically represent a cumulative frequency distribution on a graph paper and learn to find the median from the graph. So I have taken the example of the book and I'm going to very slowly explain to you how we will find out the median using the graph. So after you are done with the video, I want you to take out a graph paper, start the video again and learn to plot the points on a graph, because the graph is very important in finding the median. If it is asked in the exam to find the median with the less than or the more than ogive, then we'll have to do it using a graph paper. So what is an ogive? It's pronounced as ogive, O-G-O-J-E-E-V, and is derived from the word og. And og is a shape consisting of a concave arc flowing into a convex arc. So it's a concave arc which flows into a convex arc. So which letter does it give you? An S-shaped curve with vertical ends. You can also have like this, concave, which goes into a convex, or a convex which goes into a concave. So these are the graphs we have: S-shaped graph with vertical ends. Okay, so we are going to learn to plot these graphs, and from these graphs we'll find out the median. So as an example, we have taken this group frequency distribution. This is given in the book. The marks between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and so on, and the number of students are given. Okay, so this was the original table. Now in this table, from this table, this group frequency distribution, we will learn how to find out the plots to point the graph. Sorry, yes, we'll find out the points and plot the graph. But the first thing you have to see is how do you find the points. Now in the ninth you learned coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry there are two coordinates, a x coordinate and a y coordinate. And from the coordinates you plot the graph. We have even did in physics, if you remember. We have a y axis and the x axis. So this is the x axis here, and here I am drawing the y axis. So in physics also we did. Now when we plot the point, say this is 10, yes, we have this as 10, 20, then 30, and so on. And here we have 5, 10. So how do we plot a point? Say we have got 10, 10. Then this point is 10, 10, because the x is also 10 and the y is also 10. This comma is 30, 10. How 30, 10? It is on the x-axis, it is 30, and y-axis it is 10. So before we draw the graph, we should know how to find the coordinates from this table. So what are we supposed to do? We are first supposed to find the coordinates from this table. So let us proceed and see how do we find the coordinates. Now first we have taken is the less than type ogive. So less than type, okay. Now you see the children who get the marks between 0 and 10, obviously they have got less than 10. You can see they are lying between 0 and 10, so it is less than 10. So there are 5 students who have got marks less than 10. Is it clear? And how many have got less than 20 then? So these 3 are between 10 and 20. So obviously they are less than 20. But you can see less than 10, less than 20 is also less than 10. So less than 20 are these 5 who are between 0 and 10, and these 3 who are between 10 and 20. So less than 20 we will have 8 students. I hope I'm clear to you. This is very important to understand. Less than 10 there were 5 students, you can see, and less than 20 but more than 10 there were 3. So if I just say less than 20, then less than 20 means less than 10 also, means this 5 students are also counted, and this 3, which gives me a total of 8. So less than 30, when we say less than 30, between 20 and 30 is this 4, and the previous 8 has also to be counted. So 8 plus 4 gives us 12. In this way you keep on adding them, the cumulative frequency and the total number of students are 53. Means less than 100, all 53 students have got marks less than 100. So is it clear to you? Again learn to read the graph. A less than graph. Less than 10 means between 0 and 10 or just less than 10 are 5, but less than 20 means less than 20 are also this people who have got less than 10 included. So 5 plus 3 gives us 8. Similarly, yes, so less than 40, how much are less than 40? This 3 and this 12 together. So it makes a total of 15. So now we will see what are the points we have plotted. So in this table I have taken the same table, but I have put here an extra column called coordinates on the graph. So less than 10 means on the x-axis 10 gives me 5. So my coordinates are 10, 5, then 20, 8, 30, 12, 40, 15, and so on. So I have got this coordinate. So here this 10, 20, 30, 40, yes, this 10, 20, 30, 40 are all on the x-axis, and this frequency, cumulative frequency, 5, 8, 12, on adding them all is on the y-axis. Yes. So now I have got these points. So I have to plot the graph. Okay, I have got the points. Now I have to plot the graph. So for plotting the graph, I will need a graph paper. But again, you understand what was given to us, only these two columns were given to us. This table had only these two columns. Then we took the less than. So now again you follow. In less than we take the upper limit. Remember, when you say less than 10, this is the upper limit. Less than 20, less than 30, yes, less than 40, and so on. We take the upper limit. Also, this is continuous distribution. So we have got no adjustment factor. See, this is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, it's continuous. So change is not needed. If it is discontinuous, we have to adjust and put it into the continuous form. We got less than 40 is 40, 50. So I hope you understood how we have plotted the points. Okay, so this column was given. We took the upper limit less than 10, less than 20, and the cumulative frequency we did here, and we got these points 10, 5, 20, 8, 30, 12 up to 100, 53. Now since we have the points, let us proceed to plot the graph. Now to plot the graph, we only need this coordinates. Okay, so now in the next slide I have only taken this coordinate because we only need this coordinate to plot the point. The table you can make fully, but now only taken this coordinates. So here are the coordinates. Okay, and how I plotted the graph? Can you see how I plotted the graph? The x-axis has got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 up to 100, and the y-axis has the cumulative frequency 5, 8, 12, 15. This is the y with the cumulative frequency. Okay, is it clear? How did I plot it? On x-axis 10 and on y-axis 5. So count it. 10 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis gives me this point. This point is 10, 5. This comma point is 20 comma 8. This is 30 comma 12. So I've put the points on the graph and I've made a smooth curve. This smooth curve is the less than type ogive. So in the less than type, I've used the upper limits, plotted the points, yes, and got the graph. Now remember, so I hope you can rewind the video to see how I got the graph. We were just given one table. I took the less than ogive type. I wrote the cumulative frequency. I got the points. I plotted the points and I got the graph. Now how to find the median from this graph is what I'm going to show you next. From this graph, how do I find the median? Now, what is the total we have? N equal to 53. So what is 53 divided by 2? It is 26.5. So on the y-axis, I took the point 26.5. Can you see this? Somewhere near, it may not be very accurate, but you have to take it near. From this point 26.5. Why 26.5? Total is 53. So half of 53 is 26.5. So on the y-axis 26.5, I have drawn an orange arrow which gives me a point on the graph. Okay, so I have put the point on the graph with the arrow, and from this point when I come down, this point on the x-axis will give me the median. So I have written the median in red. The median is 66.4. Now you will not get such accurate median. You will get 66 or 67 or 65, and it is okay, because you can see here what is the gap taken. 60 to 70. There are 10 squares in your graph paper, so it's 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66 up to 70. So you might not get the answer 66.4. You might get the answer only 66, and that is the correct answer. So we will not go very accurate. This was calculated by using our formula, but on the graph you may not get very accurate. It is okay. You can get a reading 66 or 67. So this is the less than type ogive. We have used the upper limit and the cumulative frequency. So I hope this less than ogive is clear to you. Now you will have to go to the exercise, try out the exercise, see the sums, okay, and plot the graphs. And if you got any doubts, you can revert to me. Now I'll go to the more than type. So again I have taken the group frequency distribution, the same sum, yes, only this table is given to us. It is the same sum, but now from this I will make a new graph called the more than type. So less than type, more than type is a very good graphical method. Why? If somebody asks you how many got less than 70, then from the cumulative frequency you can easily add them all and tell how many got less than 70. In the same way, now we are going to go for the more than graph. Okay, so let us proceed to the more than type ogive. So what is a more than type ogive? So now again we have got these two columns. Now you can see I will go more than 0. Yes, more than 0. How many have got more than 0? Obviously all 53 people have got more than 0. Why? More than 0 means it is actually 0 or more than 0. So the whole class, there are no negative markings here. Since there are no negative markings, all the students will be 0 or more than 0. So for 0, more than 0 or equal to 0, you should write here more than or equal to 0. We have all 53 students. So all 53 students are more than 0. Yes, because there is no negative marking. Okay. Now the next point, so what is the first point we might get? 0, 53. We'll come to that later on. Now how many have got more than 10? So again all these people have got more than 10. Why this? I have cut out the 5, because 5 is between 0 and 10, means 5 children got less than 10. 10 or less than 10. Now remaining, when I said more than 10, all these people will have more than 10. So from this 53, I will remove this 5. So 53 minus 5 gives me 48. So more than 10, there are 48 children. How many have got more than 20? To find more than 20, what should I do? To find more than 20, I should remove all the students less than 20. So this was less than 10 means less than 20, and even this was less than 20. So what remains now are all these are more than 20. So what I did, I had 48, I remove this 3 because they are less than 20. So 48 minus 3 gave me 45. So more than 20 I have got 45. Okay, more than 20 I removed this 3 and I got 45. So more than 30, from the 45 I remove this 4 and I get 41. So you can see for more than type we are using the lower limits. For less than type we had used the upper limits. For more than type we are using the lower limits. So in the last case, more than 90 are the ones who will remain in the end, the last 8. So how will you know whether your table is correct or not? If you get the last frequency, this last frequency and this frequency is matching exactly, means your calculation is correct. Okay, now we go to the plotting of the coordinates. So again, more than, and here are the coordinates on the graph. So we have what? We have 0, 0, 53, 10, 48 and so on. Now if somebody asks you a question, out of this, how many got more than 80? Then at once you will say, more than 80, 15 children have got. How many got more than 40? And more than 40, 38 children have got. Okay? So this is a direct way of saying a direct calculation. So for more than, we have the coordinates now. In the next table I only use this coordinates and we plot the graph. So you see, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So I've got 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 up to 100 on the x-axis. Yes, this is the lower limit and this is the cumulative frequency. So now you can see 0, whoever was 0 or more than 0, then all 53. So this is point is 0, 53. Now this point, how we got, you remember, this is 10, 48 and so on. Okay, so this is a more than ogive type, more than 0, more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, and this we got a downward curve because this is a more than type graph. Now you can also find the median from the more than type frequency distribution, this graph. So how will you find the median from the more than type ogive? The same way we did. The total is 53, half of 53 is 26.5. So what we do next? The orange arrow from 26.5, I draw the orange arrow on the curve, and from the curve I go downward, and where it meets the x-axis I get the median. So I can find the median from the less than type ogive or the more than type ogive. Okay, and remember I told you this is calculated median 66.4. On a graph you may not get accurately, you might get 66.5, 66.6, 66.2, 62, 66.8 or just 66, and it is valid because in a graph paper accuracy is a must, but every child will draw this graph differently. Yes, this line every child will plot separately, so there is a plus minus 5 benefit is given to us, not to worry. Okay, so is this clear to you? If it isn't clear to you, see the video one more time and ask me whatever you need to ask. So again the table was given to you. We found out the less than cumulative frequency, the more than cumulative frequency, and first we found out the points. See, these points are very, very important. The point 0, 53 means 0 on the x-axis and 53 on the y-axis. On the x and on the y-axis, the point 0, 53, 0, 53. So this is how you plot the points. Okay, and then the halfway gives you the median. So in a graph, what is needed most? You did this in the 9th standard. In a plot, you should know the two coordinates, the x coordinate and the y coordinate. plot the points and get the ogive. And in the last slide, I have combined the two, the more than and the less than. When I combine the more than and the less than, these two are combined together now. Previously what we had done separately, here I did both of them and I combined the graph where they both meet. Yes, where they both meet at this point where both the curves meet, there you draw the arrow downward and you will also get the median from this. Okay, so if you are told to find the median by the graphical method, they will mention a less than ogive, a more than ogive, or using both. Then this is the method using both. So we can find the median by using the ogive method. So this is the only thing you have done for the day. I went very slowly to help you understand how from the table we find out the lower than cumulative frequency, upper than. In lower than we use the upper limit, in more than we use the lower limit, and how in the lower than type ogive we add the cumulative frequencies. We begin from the top, and in the more than, the total is taken at the top and then succeedingly each frequency is subtracted to get the points. Okay, so now see this video one more time if you need to, and then look at the sums in the exercise. If you do not have the textbook, let me know. I will send you a PDF. Try the sums out, get the answers, and then you will be very, yes, good in this statistics chapter. You will get very good at it. You will be very fluent in this statistics. So what you need to do, you need to practice. Take a clean sheet of graph paper and plot the points accordingly. If you want, I can do a video also. Let us try it out in this presentation. But if you think you cannot understand, let me know. Then we will try to do it in a graph paper also. Okay, thank you.